Well, hello. How is everyone doing today? Figured we'd do our second attempt at a AI dungeon here. This one is going to be Dead by Daylight. It's going to be a nice, fun one. So let's just start it. You've seen how we start the first one, so let's give this one an option. I'm a Survivor main, so let's do Survivor. The following are characters you can choose from as the protagonists of the scenario, the Survivor. Your character's name is Kate. Let me just verify that really quick. I'm pretty sure it's Kate Denson. Yep, nailed it. I was very concerned that I was gonna get my main character incorrect. Oh. Generator repair, hiding from the killer. Alright, let's see. You're not alone. Being in this place. Here, let's turn the sound a little bit down. Right. I'm trying. Here, let's do this one. Sounds fun. Seems to fit the mood a little bit better. Just figured we'd get that music in there for the people who actually like it. You're not alone. Being in this place is like a nightmare that can never be escaped. If you set aside the killers, you still have found others. Other survivors just like you, or at least you believe so. You want to believe so. Sometimes you manage to just catch a glimpse of a poor soul as he gets carried away. Others, you have actually told your name, Kate Denson. You do not always know their names, it makes it harder as they hang from the hook. But this makes it easier to call each other when in a critical moment. You help them sometimes, just as they help you. Fear is your common denominator. Bond you guys. That's a weird phrasing. Human contact and interaction smooths this trial you share. You ask yourself whether you are better off alone or if you can come closer, if you can come farther together. But in any case, you will use the little skills you are good at to get out of trouble in any situation, such as generator repair, hiding from the killer, and succeeding at skill checks. Sometimes you bear shame as you sneak away from screams, but you have equally often been on the other side, hanging 2 feet off the ground, whereas you see someone watching from the shrubbery like a witness. Maybe it's important to watch and remind yourself that pain is not only the thing that burdens your lives at this point, but also your souls. Do you deserve to live if you were just escape? The next moments after you finish thinking about the above, comma, yet you find yourself You find that you bend your knees again and squat by the familiar bonfire. You look around and see 3 other people here. They look like, and they looking around just like you. Not they are looking around. Oh, this is riddled with grammatical errors. You found that the forest you staying in was completely covered by black fog, but the black fog of a forest trail is disappearing. As you gaze into the distance, the black fog slowly dissipates, revealing a chilling sight. The forest trail gives way to a desolate wasteland filled with the rusted remains of the most ancient civilization. The air is thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional groan of metal structures swaying in the wind. Let's see what they generate. The 4 of you huddle together, the warmth of the bonfire doing little to dispel the chill that has settled in your bones. The landscape before you is haunting, reminder of what you've done. You now reduced to ruins and decay, but you can't help feel a sense of dread as you contemplate the journey ahead. Sure. What's the journey ahead? The 4 of you are survivors in a world dominated by an unseen force known as the entities. Sit huddled. Yep. Okay. Is there going to be anything new? Any actions that I need to take? Sure. Let's see what happens. You stand from the warmth of the bonfire, your companions following suit. The cold wind howls through the ruins, causing you to shiver. You gaze out at the desolate landscape, searching for any signs of the generators you need to repair. In the distance, you see the faint glow of what could be a generator. With a newfound sense of determination, you lead your companions towards the generator. Oh, look at that. They do incorporate the group of lockers. Sure, let's see what happens if I do this. You and your companions approach the generator. As you get closer, you can see the generator's in state. Fully repair the generator. See if it lets me do that. You and your companions begin the painstaking process of repairing the generator, your hands trembling from the cold and your heart pounding in your chest. With each passing moment, the feeling of dread intensifies, as if you're being watched by unseen eyes. We'll see what happens. The rusted metal of the generator groans as you and your companions struggle to hold it together. Every muscle straining from the effort, sweat drips down your forehead as you desperately try to keep the generator from the... Let's see what shows up next. With great exertion and effort, you manage to keep the generator from regressing, the metal protesting under your grip. Your companions' time seems to slow as you hold your breath, waiting for the moment to pass. Let's see what happens. I'm kind of breaking the rules. As you feel the generator hum to life beneath your hands, the surge of relief and excitement courses through you. The gate to freedom is now just within reach, but as you sprint off into the distance, a chill runs down your spine. You're all too aware that the killer could be lurking nearby. Oh yeah! Boom. You press your back against the cold, rough surface of the boulder, your breath coming in short, sharp bursts. The darkness around you feels thick and heavy, suffocating almost. Your heart pounds in your chest, a wild, erratic beat that threatens to drown out all other sounds. Murmur? Is it you are? Yeah. The footsteps of the killer draw close, their heavy breathing and the sound of their footsteps echoing in your ears. You hold your breath, your entire body tense with fear as you wait for them to pass. Your heart feels like it's going to burst out of your chest, but you dare not move, not even a single muscle. After what feels like eternity, the footsteps finally recede into the distance, leaving you alone in the darkness once again. You let out a sigh of relief, your body shaking with adrenaline that still courses through your the veins. You take a moment to collect yourself, listening intently for any sign of the killer's return. we will see if it happens. I don't think that when you're certain that the coast is away clear, you cautiously peek around the boulders, scanning your surroundings for any sign of danger. The trial location is eerily still, only the sounds of a distant hum of the power to generator and the rustling of leaves. You recall the escape protocols, trying to push aside the fear and adrenaline that still lingers in your veins. To successfully escape, you and your companions must repair 5 generators scattered throughout the trial grounds and power the exit gates. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am. Kate disappears into the darkness, her figure quickly swallowed. That's me. I'm Kate. Yeah, there we go. As you move deeper into the trial grounds, the air grows thick with tension. The darkness seems to close in around you, making it difficult to see more than a few feet in front of you. Your heart races in your chest as you strain your ears, listening for any sound that might give away the killer's location. The only sounds you can hear are the distant hum of the power generator and the rustling of leaves in the wind. You catch an uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach. You continue to move forward. Your footsteps as quiet as possible on the damp ground. Clickety clack of the keyboard. You take off in a sprint, your legs moving as fast as you can, the adrenaline coursing. Oh my goodness, of course, the adrenaline coursing through your veins. You feel almost invincible. Continue. The sound of twigs makes your heart. You can feel the killer's presence hot in your trail. Your heart races as you fumble the generator. Cool. Your heart races as you fumble the generator, your hands shaking with fear. There we go. That should work, right? You grab the rock and heave it as far away from you as you can, the sound of it clattering against something metallic echoing through the woods. You use the momentary distraction to dart behind the nearest set of ruins, your heart hammering in your chest. You press your neck against the cold stone, your breathing shallows, the rustling of leaves. You close your eyes, praying they won't find you. Suddenly the footsteps stop. You and the killer's heavy breathing, you realize with a start that they are much closer than you thought. You hold your breath, your body tense with fear as you wait for what seems like eternity, but the footsteps never resume. You start to wonder if you've managed to escape notice. The silence is almost deafening, and you start to feel a faint glimmer of hope. But just as you begin to relax, you hear a low growl, followed by the sound of something dragging across the ground. You realize your heart races as you realize that the killer is toying with you, stalking you from the shadows. You press yourself further into the ruins, your muscles aching from the tension. The growling grows louder, and you can hear the sound of leaves crunching under heavy footsteps. Hmm. The seconds stretch into what feels like hours, but you can feel your chest tightening with every labored breath you take. Uh, Suddenly you see a flash of movement out of the corner of your eyes and realize that with a start that the killer is right in front of you. As you dive between the killer's legs, you feel a rush of cold air against your skin. You scramble to your feet, your muscles straining as you leap over the gap in the metal ruins. Heavy footsteps behind you. You can feel the heat of the killer's breath on your neck as you land on the other side of the gap. Your legs tremble with exhaustion, but you know you can't stop now. You push yourself to keep running, your shoes slapping against the damp ground. As you sprint away from the killer, you risk a glance over your shoulder and see that they're gaining on you. The twisted form seems to blur as they move, almost as if they're melting into the shadows themselves. You start to hear you can feel your heart hammering in your chest, your breath coming in ragged steps. Let's do story. Let's force something to happen. As you continue to flee, the sound of a generator being repaired fades into the background, replaced by the pounding of your footsteps and the growling of the killer. The ruins around you are a labyrinth, and you feel yourself getting turned around as you run. 69. Wow, funny adult number. Just as you're starting to lose hope, you see a glint of metal in the distance. It's one of the generators that looks almost repaired. You change course and make a beeline to the generator. You push yourself, fueled by the need to escape. As you reach the generator, you can see that it's just a few more repairs from being functional. You grab a toolbox from the chest nearby and start working on the generator. The killer is getting closer, and you can hear their twisted laughter echoing through the ruins. You frantically work on the generator as you feel the cold sweat beating on your forehead. The sound of the killer's footsteps are getting louder, and you know that you only have a few seconds left before they're on top of you. With a final burst of strength, you manage to finish repairing the generator as the killer rounds the corner. The generator springs to life with a loud hum, and the exit gate behind it begins to power up, but the killer is almost on top of you now. With the generator repaired and the exit gate beginning to open, you make a break for it, your legs pumping furiously towards the gate. The killer's in hot pursuit, their twisted form weaving through the ruins with terrifying speed and agility. You can hear the roar of the exit gates opening wider, but the killers gaining on you, their twisted laughter echoing in your ears. Just as you're about to reach the exit gate, you fumble over a fallen ruin, your heart lodged in your throat. As you can feel the killer's hand close around your ankle. You spit into the killer's eyes, the saliva burning the abyssal depths of their sockets. As they recoil in your surprise, you swiftly kick them in the jaw with your free foot, feeling the satisfying crunch of bone and teeth. With a howl of pain, the killer releases their grasp on you, giving you just enough time to scramble to your feet and sprint through the exit gate. The gate slams shut behind you. The sound of the killer's twisted laughter fades into the distance as you collapse to the ground, gasping for breath. As you catch your breath, you take a moment to look around. The exit gate has led you back to the bonfire. The the warm glow of flames offering a stark contrast to the cold, mechanical world of the trial. Your companions are gathered around the fire, their faces a mix of relief and exhaustion. But as you look around, you can't shake the feeling of dread that's settled in the pit of your stomach. The entity's realm may be behind you, but the presence still lingers, a constant reminder that you're never truly safe. I think that's a good place to end right there. Effectively, we've made it through, even though we didn't pop 5 generators. I think it would have been too much of a story thing to go through the whole thing. But yeah, that was nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And I will see you tomorrow for something. I don't know what. Thank you for listening in, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.